After you have smoked your smokes to the Great Spirit, to the earth, to the animals, and to the people who are true to reality, after you have given your thanks to the four directions, then take a fifth smoke, asking for the guidance of the great winged beings of the spirit world. Ask the particular winged being of the spirit world that is closest to you to help you see the wisest path to follow. Ask that spirit to help you make the clearest choice, to help you know the steps you are to take upon the path that your deepest knowing would have you travel. In time you will come to know that spirit being as your own true self. For now, just rest in the still place where the deepest knowing makes its lodge. This will put you in touch with what you may have forgotten in the hurry of life. This will allow the fire that burns within you to speak to you in plain and unbroken terms. With this fifth smoke, the smoke that you offer to the invisible spirits that guide you, you will see that the spirit world is real, inhabited by wise and benevolent beings that watch over your trials and hardships, unable to offer you help or assistance until you ask them. With this smoke, ask the spirit beings that surround you to come into your life. Tell them you want to help them and the Great Spirit in their work, and ask them how you can do this. By helping the Great Spirit in His work, you will help yourself far more than if you were merely concerned with your own affairs. Human beings are not fully happy or healthy until they serve the purpose for which God created them. Offer your sixth smoke to the 6 people whom you would most like to see especially blessed: a loved one whose spirit has flown from his body, a young man or woman who will soon be entering adulthood, the leader of a neighboring tribe whom you would like to see deepen in the ways of wisdom. Perhaps your own grandfathers, grandmothers, or families. Each time you do this, choose the 6 people whom you would most like God to smile upon. For them, offer this smoke. She then explained how the 6th smoke could be taken in 6 smaller smokes, one for each of the people involved. While the pipe was being slowly passed, she drew circles in the sand to represent the souls of each of these 6 people. Then around them all she drew one great circle to represent the blessing. When all present had completed their 6th smoke, White Buffalo Calf Woman turned slowly to look at each one of them in turn. All within the teepee grew very still. Even the outside breezes came to a rest, and atop the poles the teepee flaps hung motionless. The 7th smoke, she explained, must always be taken in silence, for it was offered to the great being from whichever being was drawn. For that sacred mystery, at the source of life, it was better, she said, to have no words. After the 7th smoke was completed, such a unity was felt by those present in the great teepee of many skins. It seemed in that moment as if there was but one present. In perfect stillness, the silence spread like warm water, dissolving the last traces of disharmony from the heart of the Sioux. For many moments, White Buffalo Calf Woman was silent. When she spoke again, she compared her teachings to a tree that would flower in their understanding as they took these things to heart and applied them in their daily living. She told the Sioux how their individual human lives were like the individual leaves of a tree, and how no tree has leaves so foolish as to fight among themselves. No people true to reality would be so blind, she said, as to let the individuals within their tribe contend with one another. Remember, there is no cause that justifies violence against another human being, save only in the last resort to protect yourself or family. For a long time, she continued, you will live beneath the sacred shade of the tree of understanding that I am planting in your consciousness this evening, and in the generations immediately following yours. The people of the Sioux will be united again in the sacred circle. Be true to that circle, my women of the buffalo, my braves, my people of the plains. Be true to these ways and hold steadfast in this truth. For a time will come like a dark storm from the east, when the prairies shall be overrun with those who speak fast, perceive little, and wield much power. The sacred tree of understanding that you will carry within you during these next few generations will be cut down in that storm. The tree will seem to die. The sacred hoop will wither until it is all but forgotten. A few will keep the light of truth burning within their hearts, but the light will grow dim and become, even in those, but a tiny ember. But that ember will remain. Quietly it will remain. All but forgotten, it will hold still a small glow in the hearts of the gentle ones. Even when a strange and hurried nation covers these prairies, even when your Mother Earth is bought and sold and stolen, as if she were no more than a handful of beads, even when roaring ships of magic stone fly with people in them across the skies, that ember will hold still its tiny glow. And know this, my people, a great fire can be ignited from a single glowing ember. For when the storm is over, that ember will ignite a dawn brighter than any dawn before. A new tree will grow, more glorious than this tree I leave with you now. With that new dawn I will return. Under the shade of that new tree I will live with you. And with us will be gathered not only the tribes shaded red, but the white tribes from the north, and the black tribes from the south, and the yellow tribes from the east. In harmony, the four races will live beneath the boughs of the new tree. The age that we will see together will be the best that has ever been. All that has been broken will be made whole. The sacred hoop will be mended. The game will be plentiful, and the spirits of all creatures will rejoice in the harmony of a new and perfect order. The Great Spirit, the very thunderbird, will be active within the races, living, breathing, creating through the peoples of the earth. Peace will come then to the nations, for the original creators of life, the winged ones of heaven, will return. And the next chapter, which I will begin in the next recording, is called The Great Peacemaker.